Okay, hey Trackies. I have a cold. I'm a bit under the weather, but in light of, what happened in the Diamond League, it would be remiss of me not to come on and talk about it. So I'm gonna do a live. It's gonna be a quick live. I won't be on here too long because I'm not feeling well. As I said, I have a cold and I'm quite weak right now and I'm feeling the aches and pains from, the cold or the fever, whichever one. With that said, hi, Coaches Dex. Hi, Annie by Nature. Welcome, everybody. As usual, sound off in the comment section and let me know who is here with me. Um, there are 4 people. Oh, well, there are 17 people here now. Yeah, I hope I get well soon. I don't know who gave me this bug. Since I don't really interact with a lot of people, it's odd that I have a cold right now. So yeah. Yeah, let's get into some things. I had fun watching this Diamond League. As many of you know, or I'm hoping you all watched, I was invited to be a part of the Coaches X panel where we spoke on trending topics, what was happening in Jamaica, and of course the international scene. And we also touched on the Oslo Diamond League as a preview. So, with that said, we did have a few takes as it relates to how the events would pan out. And I would say I had a good showing this week. I think I had a pretty good showing this week in terms of the results. So, I'm going to take it from the top. We're going to start with the banger race and come all the way back down. So, with that said, let's start with the women's 100 meters. I think that's the first thing I want to start talking about. I won't be here with you long. The bike in the background, it's noisy. I won't be here with you long, so I'm just gonna pump this out as quick as possible and then get rolling off. Also, please like the stream. I see 25 people in here. Please like the stream. Also, my PayPal is there. Please go ahead and donate. You see all of me come in here? Please go ahead and donate. Now, to the interesting things. The Diamond League. Wow. As I said, it was very interesting. I had a pretty good call for most of the events here. So with the women's 100 meters, going into it, if you had watched on Coaches X, for me, there would be a separation in the field in terms of Mary Jose Talou and Sherika Jackson from the rest of the field. So my call at the time was, Sherika for the win, Mary Jose for a close second, well ahead of the field. Then in third, we would have Anthony Strawn. Then I had Daryl Nita for fourth with Dina Asher Smith a close fifth behind her, right? So how it actually panned out is, and I think this is a pretty good call, regardless of how it turned out, with the whole Sharika thing. Mari Jose Talou separating herself from the field, running a meeting record, 10.75 seconds. Anthony Strawn in for second, 10.92 seconds, a new personal best. Sherika Jackson, 10.98 seconds. Dina Asher Smith, 10.98 seconds. Did I say Anthony Shock 10.92? Okay, so right. And Dean Asher Smith and Darrenita were in a blanket. They were in a blanket finish with Sharika, but based on the thousandth of a second, Sharika finished ahead of them, and then Darrenita and Asher Smith tied for fourth. So with my call, this wasn't bad. Same Sharika, even with Daryl Asher Smith, tying with Darrenita. I don't think this is a bad call at all. The only clear and vivid, asterisk in this would be where Sharika placed. Talou. I've been talking about Talou. And, in my opinion, I was saying that she right now looks like the biggest threat to Jamaica. Even with Shakira, I talked about it and I said, I wonder if that's why they pulled, if that's why Shakira pulled from the meet, um previously where they thought, you know what, this isn't the time to suffer a quote unquote loss. You never know how the race is going to turn out at the end of the day. But still, I was wondering, did our team say, you know what, based on how Talou looks, this isn't the time to suffer a loss. So let's just pull out of this meet. However, Talou also didn't turn up. But I did think to myself that this would have been a real ding dong battle between Talou and Shakira. And I was very interested to know, what that race would have become at the end of the day. Anyway, fast forward to today, as I said, we did the video. I called Sharika for the win, and Talou closed second. Talou came out, led from start to gun, and decimated the field, looking exactly how I expected Talou to look in this race. I mean, I'm not surprised. The time, I'm not surprised by at all. So even if, let's say, for instance, she still won and Sharika came second, in my mind, with a close finish separating them. Yeah, but this would still be, the finish or the execution that I was expecting from Talou. The question mark, of course, now is, what happened to Sharika coming off the back of her 10.78 in Kingston. We were expecting, or most of us were expecting, her to be consistent in that 10-7 going forward. Charles is right around the corner. So we weren't expecting her to, drop back down to 10.98. But what I'm getting is that, and it's not an excuse, obviously, but what I'm getting is that Jacko was sore from training, I'm hearing. I don't know how true this is, but clearly, there was something off with her execution from the gun. No question about it. That was not a Sharika performance. And the reason why I'm saying that, even if she lost, there's no way she's losing to Antonique. Do you understand? So her losing to Talou for me is not a big deal. You will trade wins, but her being behind Antonique for me is the call to say obviously there's something going on, more than what meets the eye. So we can probably throw this race out for Sharika and look for her, to come back stronger, as it leads up to trials. I don't know how many races she has until trials, but look for her to come back stronger in her next few meets, because again, she's a much faster sprinter than Antonique. If we take what happened in Kingston, there was a big gap between Sharika and the rest of the field. Yes, Antonique ran her personal best here of 10.92 seconds, but again, there's no way she beat Sharika on a perfect day. So for me, this was just an anomaly race for Sharika. What that had anything to do with training, sore, bad start, whatever it is, it was just an off race for Sharika. But this is exactly what I expected from Marie Jose Talou. Coach is in here, I think. Um, when he said he called Antonique for second, actually, behind Sharika, and I gave him the look like this on the live. Said I said, "Are you crazy? There is no way Antonique is beating Talou based on the Talou that we've been seeing this season. There's no way Antonique was going to beat her, and that destruction that happened in that race, for me, is making me a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Nervous in the sense that, okay, right now we've become used to our 1, 2, 3. We're not really sure what's going on with Elaine, unfortunately. As it relates to Shelley, a lot of us are of the perception that she's gonna turn up, the way we're expecting Shelley to turn up. Right. But at the end of the day, the race isn't won until it's run, right? So if Talou is looking like this now, and I mean, she looked easy, she looked relaxed. I liked the win. Am I seeing a sub 10-7 on the cards for Talou? It's very, very possible. So now when we talk about a sub 10 7, and we have Sharika at 10.71 and Talou at 10.72 based on personal bests, we're expecting Sharika to dip below 10.7. Then are we expecting Talou to dip below 10.7? So if that's what we're expecting, how does the medal shape up? If Shelly turns up in her typical 10-6 shape, then I'm expecting her to be on the medal table. But will it be an easy, 1-2, or for Jamaica, maybe 1-2-3 situation like what we've seen in the past? I don't think so. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if Talou is gonna, I did say she was actually going for the win this year, but the more I'm watching her now, I'm convinced that if she ever dips into 10-6, I don't think all of the Jamaicans will finish ahead of her. And I'm by all I mean right now, obviously the current two that we can think may turn up good, which is Sharika and Shelly. I don't think all of those two finish ahead of her, honestly. Honestly. So I'm a little nervous, obviously, from a Jamaican perspective. But for Talou, this is great things for her. Obviously, she's been knocking on that door for a while, been denied quite a few times. Even the gold medal in 2017, she was denied by a well, did she dive or did she dip? Whichever one she did, she was denied that gold medal in the one and in the two. So this is a good look for Talou. Very, 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 very strong performance. I can't wait to see what this amounts to. Obviously, from a Jamaican perspective, as I said, I'm very nervous. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm actually biting my fingernails because I'm saying, "Oh, it's not as clear cut. It's not as clear cut. In previous years, I'm telling you, I could definitively say it's clear cut. I cannot say it's clear cut anymore. And when I throw Shakiri in the mix, it's not clear cut. That gold medal is not clear cut because what we're thinking about is Sharika hopefully getting into 10-6. But then Talou looks like she's going to hopefully get into 10-6 too. What's going to separate them? Remember, currently their personal best is 1/100th of a second. They're separating them 1071 to 1072. Based on this trajectory, I believe Talou can dip into 10-6. So where are we expecting Sharika and Talou to fall on this quote-unquote medal table if both of them dip into 10-6, along with Shelley? And let's see if Elaine can hopefully chum up something and be amongst what's going on. It's gonna be crazy. Anyway, let me take these comments. I'm sorry for the hat as well. I couldn't be bothered to brush my hair up. No, not brush my hair because I'm in braids. Create edges. I couldn't be bothered with that because I'm not feeling well. So I just dragged on a hat. Let's jump in. Hmm. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Sending you $1 million. You better send me no Steve. Because right now I'm feeling like I'm falling over and I'm here with y'all. So you better send me it. My PayPal is linked, trackies. Please go ahead and donate. I'm not monetized, so please go ahead and donate. Bring it now, Janine. Thanks. All right, next one. Auntie Talou do her thing. Think it was just an off race for Sharika. I agree, it was just an off race for Sharika. Um, you said Anthony Strong can boss it. What do you mean boss it? I'm not sure I understand what that means, coach. Well, I see how Stephen Francis structure his girls. Jackson will not show her cards before the World Championships. No, I don't think this race in any way impacts what Sharika will do come trials or come World Championships. I'm just saying Talou is now thicker in the mix of things than we thought previously. Well, I always thought she was in the mix of things based on what I saw, that 1078, then that easy stroll 10-8 that she did in the semifinal before she pulled out of the final in that race with Shakiri, right? So I was expecting good things from Talou, right? It's just that no, I'm saying to myself, it's not clear cut. It's definitely not clear cut at all. Cole said easy win for Jackson. Yeah, easy win for Jackson. Jackson they down a third. Sharika had more than just a bad start. Her whole race was bad. Because even if she had a bad start, based on times that she has run already, which is 1078, she can run back on that field. She can run back, even if she doesn't run back to take a Talou, she can run back to beat Anthony Strong. So not being able to run back as well, her whole race was off in my opinion. But again, I just have it as one of those things. And we just have to move on from it. Hey Namdi, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Um, Brenton, what is that emoji for? Talou's start, drive phase, and acceleration was fire. Yes, her entire race was fire. I loved it. I loved it. I wish Sharika had turned up in the form I thought she would turn up in, so that I could get a better estimation as relates to what Talou really has. Because you see, when an athlete is pushed, that's when you get to realize what they actually have in the tank. She wasn't pushed in this race, unfortunately. She led from start to gun. So, and that was an easy 10:75. If Sharika was giving her a run for her money, would we have seen something even more ridiculous? That's the question in my mind right now. The starter cost Sharika Jackson the race. He fired the gun when Sharika was not set. Oh yeah, I saw it. I was wondering because I was looking at her and she kind of jerked a little bit, and I was looking at it and she looked a bit high in the blocks as well. Higher than I remember. And I need to go back and look, but she looked a bit high in the blocks as well. So maybe that was what happened. Maybe that's what happened. But again, as I said, even if her start was off, I believe Sharika can run back against an Anthony Sean. That was just 1092. 1092 for an athlete of Sharika's caliber. I believe she can run back on that. I don't think I'm overestimating Sharika in any way by saying she can run back from a poor start. Maybe not be able to beat Talou, but certainly beat Anthony. Actually, Jackson had a great start, but no finish. No, her start was horrible. When they showed that replay, she was well behind. She was either fatigued or hasn't mastered finishing string after starting just as strong. No, it was a bad race for Sharika overall. Like from start to finish was just for Sharika's caliber, I would say mediocre because her start, even if we take away the start that we saw in Kingston recently, her previous starts are even much better than that, much better than what we saw in Oslo. So again, I just feel like this race is, a throwaway race. I'm not concerned about it. I'm just thinking about where the medals now shape up with what I'm seeing from Talou. Very consistent, very threatening. Me not worry. I'm worried. I'm worried about the medals. Because as I said, I go hard for Jamaica all day, every day. When is trials? July 6 to 9. Jacko is following the front of formula. It wasn't a good race at all. There is no formula in that race. There's no formula in that race. And I saw Sharika twitch before the gun went off, which definitely threw her off the race. Possibly, I did see that as well. I did see that. Um, Persons are answering to that. Yeah, agreed to a certain extent. But again, I do believe that she has it within her to run back. Um, Sometimes just things are gonna throw you off in a race. All right, let me ask you a question. If this is the final of the Olympics or the World Championships, and something throws you off in the beginning of the race, the start, whether the starter sends you off too quickly or holds you for too long, are you going to allow that to throw you off in a sense where you're not able to execute your best race? I think that an athlete, a professional athlete at a high level, regardless of whatever is throwing at them, they just have to manage it as it comes. So if a bad start comes, if they start up shoot sends them off too quickly, they just have to work with it. There are no take boxes, if you get what I'm saying. There are no take boxes. I saw a 10-6. Talou ran earlier, her form looks good. T is gonna take a miracle to keep her off that medal. It's not even about keeping her off the medal podium. I'm not even concerned about quote unquote keeping her off the medal podium. I'm thinking about where exactly does she shape on this medal podium, because gold is looking like it's up for a toss. Gold is looking like it's up for a toss. Sharika said Sharika said she had a rough few days. Right. So that's what I was mentioning earlier. Nandi, you're the one that messaged me. Right, so that's what I was mentioning. If because of how poor the race was from start to finish, I'm more likely to believe that, based on how her training was in the last few days, she's probably sore and wasn't able to execute a good race. I'm more likely to believe than her start being bad, which I did see throwing off everything that happened, after. Because again, Say if Talou, she can run back on this field. Talou running 10-6 max in semis at Worlds. I hope she doesn't do it in semis, honestly. Honestly. She needs to save that for the final. If Talou can maintain this form to August, she will definitely medal. Yeah, she's looking good. She's looking really, really good. One thing for sure, no guarantee for Sharika to be on the podium in Budapest. There's no guarantee for gold. She's gonna be on the podium. There's not that many athletes. So if we're talking about the best of the best in the world right now, based on what we've seen so far, there are only three athletes: Shakiri, Talou, and Sharika, right? Then now we start thinking about a Shelly. Then we're like, okay, possibly an extra spot. Then we don't know what Elaine is coming with. But those are the only five athletes I would say. And Elaine is like, iffy at this particular point as it relates to what she's going to turn up with. Right now it's four athletes. Four athletes. I don't necessarily think um she's then again a 4 into 3, which can't go. If I'm gonna drop one, who would I drop? God damn, I can't. I can't actually. Now that I think about it, if I'm supposed to drop one athlete out of this four that I just mentioned, I don't know who to drop. That's scary. That thought is scary, and that's why I'm saying it's up for grabs. Gold is up for grabs. Um, Chakis, I see 83 of you all in here. Please like the stream. Please like the stream. And of course, I put my PayPal there. Please donate. um, it's not necessarily gonna be easy. No, it's not gonna be easy. Not at all. Um, you're so shady saying that she'll run to him shady. What she gonna do it in the semi-final? Shakiri versus Talou, I need to watch. Yeah, I need to see that race. I don't think we're gonna get it, unfortunately, before the championships, but it's something I would really want to see to have a gauge on where Talou really is or where Shakiri really is. Because as we've seen right now, Talou has been having easy wins as it relates to the 100 meters. And as it relates to Shakiri, she has been having easy wins as well, shutting it down, 10 meters out cruising. So I really want to see what the two of them look like against each other. That's really what I want to see. I'm calling it Shelly and Fraser Price, Talou, Sharika. All right, Namdi, let's hope we remember this in a few months. Please. What does this please mean, Jake? Talou easy, but when finals we all know the ending all too well. That's a Talou of old. I believe that she's building a lot of confidence, especially with these wins. I believe that she's building a lot of confidence. I don't think you're gonna see the same thing from Talou at all. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm nervous, Brenton. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Talou is always a great competitor. All the best to her. Yes, for sure. Shelly and Fraser Price, then Sharika, then Talou. Only if Elaine doesn't pull something crazy out of her hat. Yeah, and there's always a possibility of something crazy being pulled out of Elaine's hat. Earlier, I think I saw her do a tweet. Let me see if I can pull it up. Where's that screenshot that I did? I was just randomly scrolling for anything alien rated at this point, related at this point, because I'll take anything. And she put up a post saying, what's this thing? Yeah, God is able to restore what was lost. God is able to make up lost time. Um, God is able to bring resources you need for the dream He gave you. So I mean, there's a list of 9 things, but I was very interested in the first couple where she said God is able to restore what was lost and God is able to make up lost time. I think that's very interesting in the sense of when we talk about what we've seen from her so far this season not being impressive, is she giving us a hint to say, listen, even though I've looked like this, God, it's possible because I've now made up the lost and I'm looking how I'm supposed to look. It's a possibility. I wouldn't rule it out. Either way, it makes it even more crazy, I have to say. Yeah, make early pronouncement already. Relax and chill. Which pronouncement did I make? Yeah, I guess this is probably not me. Yeah, I made the pronouncement them early. Good competition, great times, loving it. Yeah. Sharika going to get the 10.6 when it counts, and that's at trials. I need her to get it at World Championships as well. That's when it counts. Sharika doesn't need to run 10.6 against, or what's quote unquote second tier, what I call them sprinters in Jamaica. She just needs to run a 10.7 and she makes the team as far as I'm concerned. Who else is gonna beat her out? Shelly already has a bye. So even if Shelly turns up, where she places does not factor, right? How many other athletes are gonna beat out of Sharika? Where she needs to give me that 10.6 is at the World Championships or faster. I wouldn't mind. Um Sharika not beating Talou in the 100 meters. Yeah, Talou is looking deadly. Talou can't run rounds, only one off running. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. She's looking good. To be honest, for medal, I say Shelley and Fraser Price, Shakiri, Talou. For now, my opinion will change as Worlds gets closer. Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I would feel extremely happy for Talou, even if she got gold. She deserves it, T. She deserves it, yes. Her work ethic and everything that she's put in all these years, winning a gold, obviously would be a ribbon tied on around her career. But again, from a Jamaican perspective, am I gonna like sitting down and watching somebody else take away gold? I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna be sitting down and I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. I'm probably gonna be rolled up into a ball for the weeks to come if we lose that gold medal. I'm not lying. I'm going to be rolled up in a little ball with a big blanket over me, and I'll be hidden for weeks. um, I'm not worried at all. Sharika knows what she's doing. I'm not holding this race. This race has happened. It is what it is. I've moved on from the race. I'm more interested in what's happening with Talou. Hello, blessed day. Hi, Leroy. Talou is training with John Smith. That's Carmelita Jetta Attabon and Maurice Green's former coach. So I'm not surprised her times are improving. Not only her time, her everything has improved. Everything about Talou has improved. I know she hasn't run a personal best so far. Her personal best is still 1072, but based on what we're seeing, this 1072 looks like it's going to be blown out of the waters in short order. Um, Sharika will definitely be on the podium because when she peaks, she peaks. Okay. Yeah, when they start to taper the athletes in Jamaica, I can't wait to see, what their times get cut down to. But again, the medals are not as clear cut as we may have thought. Like up that stream, everyone. Hey Ryan, do you want to be a mod? I didn't ask the last time, but I'm asking now. Do you want to be a mod? I wouldn't mind having somebody be a mod. Um, yeah, but Talou isn't good at managing rounds. Guys, stop using what the past to brush Talou. This is a new Talou, training with a new coach. Everything about Talou is different. How she approaches her races is different. I've never seen Talou pull out of a race and they pulled her out of that race against Shakiri. I believe there's a method to the madness that's happening with Talou. Do not underestimate Talou and say she's gonna fumble just because she's done it in the past. Do not say that. No, Randy, I'm not doing any calls today because I have a cold. So I just want to I want to do a quick live and then and then move on. So I'll do one on Sunday. I'll do one on Sunday for sure, but not right now because I don't want to be on live too long. It's so hard to choose, but if you I'm not including Shelly, I'm gonna go Jackson, Talou, Shakiri. If I'm not including, okay. Um, let's see. Talou will still remain as bronze queen at Look here. What is wrong with you people and talking down? This is a bronze medal on the biggest stage in the world, and you're saying only. Well, you never said only, but still, how you highlighting this bronze medal is as if a bronze medal isn't good enough anymore. No wonder none of the aliens are last year with the bronze medal. I see. I see. Coach, I can't believe you said easy win for Jackson when Talou looks like Shelly from 2019. Look here. In front when him say Anthony Strong, I go finish ahead. I tell you, in front of me, not telling no lie. Oh my God. Jacko only run good when Shelly Elaine in the race, trust me. I mean, we've seen quite a few good runs from her this season and they haven't been in the race, so I don't agree. Um, hey, am I Coach T now? Or is it Coach and T? Hey, Orlando. Shakira will be nowhere near that podium. It will most likely be Shelly Sharika and then Talou. Sharika Jackson is a human. What? SJ is a human. What she was, well, okay. Yeah, we understand that she's human. Nobody's holding this race against her. We've moved on from the race. We're interested now in figuring out how Talou shapes up in this whole podium business. Nobody's holding this race against Sharika. I think everybody in this chat, if I'm not mistaken, understands Sharika's caliber and is not questioning her caliber based off this race at all. I don't think so. So yeah, there's no question about it. I still believe what I believe about her in terms of what she will do come trials or come world championships. The question in everybody's mind now is where does Talou figure in this bigger scheme of things because of how impressive she's looking. Wait, did I read this? Podium. First Jackson, second Talou Shakiri. I realized Elaine isn't even being considered. Poor Elaine. Oh man, I'm sad. Sharika ran 10:78 the other day, and if I'm able to perform at my best when running against the likes of Shelly, then I thank God. Talou has never beaten Sharika when it matters most. Well, she did beat her in the semi at the Olympics. It's not smart to say she can't medal. She has been consistently on the 11, except for the race in the prelims when she jogged. She has medal speed potential. Who is this? Talou? Shakiri? Oh yeah, she definitely has the speed. I don't think anybody has ever questioned the speed when it comes to Shakiri. I think the biggest problem with Shakiri is executing when it matters the most. Last year threw me for a loop. I expected her to make the team. She didn't. That shocked me completely. I was like blown away. I'm like, what? You didn't make the team? So her first hurdle is getting over her inner demons with whatever was preventing her from making the team last year. To know that when she comes to USA this year, she focuses and runs her best race and makes the American team. That's what she needs to do. Then we can start talk about medal because once she gets over that hurdle. And I can guarantee you, for Shakira, it is probably a big hurdle because that's where she keeps faltering at the American trails. She's fast enough, she's better than these girls, but she's not making the team. That's a big hurdle for her. So once she gets over that mental block and makes that team, I believe she's just going to blossom. And come World Championships, we're just going to see her explode and run a really good race. But first, she has to get over that mental block. And that mental block is the US trials. For some strange reason, I don't know why it is, but apparently it is for her. Um, Sherika arrived late in Oslo. Man, my throat is hurting me. After a delayed flight, so the fatigue is likely a factor as well. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. So that's possibly a reason why her race was so off as well. So not only are we hearing that she was sore from training, but also her getting into the meet late is also a possibility. But again, I'm not holding that race against Sharika. It is what it is. We have to move on. I still expect great things from her. No more fourth place for Talou. I'm sorry, but this season where Shelly hasn't yet opened is showing that these girls won't be a match for her at World Championships. They're too inconsistent. They're inconsistent, I guess, when it comes to performing on the world stage. But again, what we've seen, let's forget what has happened with them in the past. Let's just look at 2023 for what it is. For what it is right now, 2023 has been a solid year for Shakiri, and it has been a solid year for Talou. My battery is dying. Lord of mercy. I can't see. Where's my charger? Okay. Apologies. My man, she almost did not place. I'm worried she cannot get back in a race after a poor start. I was wondering why she wasn't even when I take into consideration again the bad start, which I have considered, I've seen where top athletes, once you're up of a certain caliber, you get thrown off from time to time. Things will throw you off, but they have an ability to come back in the race, and I didn't get that from her. So, which is why I said I'm leaning towards the training was rough. Her body sore. This whole race from gun to tape just didn't look like the Sharika that we know. Cherika will be properly conditioned in time for Worlds. Tried, tested, and proven. I believe so as well. Shakiri definitely been very consistent. Only loss was in the 200 meters. She let up to. She can definitely medal this year. Oh, she let up two. Okay. Sharika is a great 100-meter runner, but she is not as consistent as Shelly. One day she runs 10-7, the other day she runs 11 flat. Shelly has thrown us for loops quite a few times back in the day. If you remember Shelly running under Stephen Francis, Shelly will come out today and drop 1:10.7, and the next race you say, yeah, Shelly I got blazed down the track. Shelly come out, go and jog and finish last. So I don't know what you're talking about. You need to think back about what Shelly was, what Shelly used to do, sorry, in those races. We don't see her do it anymore on the World Cup, but she used to do that a lot under Stephen Francis. So if we're comparing results based on what we've seen from Shelley under Stephen Francis, then this is probably pretty similar. It's just that we could tell that Shelley was doing that on purpose versus with Sharika, this just looked like a completely off race. Um, next. No excuse from Sharika, so why are you worrying? I'm worried about the medals. You're lucky. You're lucky, Sonic. I am worried about the medals. If you're not worried, I'm sorry. Um, You just exempted Shelley from the medals. That isn't smart. Who exempt Shelley from medal? Oh Lord. Talou ain't that good on managing rounds at major championships. That all not happen, you know? That is the only thing gonna happen and say Talou don't good at managing rounds. Sorry. Listen, forget that Talou. Forget that Talou. Because Talou will probably come out and shock you if you keep holding on to this quote unquote rounds argument. Yes, I agree. She's too inconsistent. However, she is always ready during the championship, and that is what matters most. That's for Sharika. Okay. Hell no, in my opinion, Shelly is the one who has gold in the bag. I was looking at if we remove her from the finals. Hmm? Athletics is all on the day. You don't execute, you likely to lose. Agreed. Um, the goal is not a toss up. Nobody running no is beating Shelley and Fraser Price. Bookmark it. All right. All right, Nandi. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's not for me. No, Talou getting medal at World again, just remember. Um, World Athletics put the fix in for the American Shakiri and Hobbs to shine. Elaine and Shelley excuse will be that they start the season late, but the reality World Athletics tells them to hold back. Q Synergy. Okay, I haven't heard of that, but if you say so, sir. Some of you like to dwell on the past. Talou of last year is not Talou of this year. Agreed. Things have changed and she will manage her runs better this year. I would wait to see the foreign persons are income the respective trials. I don't know if Talou has a trials. To be honest, I don't have Talou as a trials. I don't think there are enough people in her country participating in the event that's at a world class level for them to keep a trials. I don't think for this event, because that's Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, like other than Talou, I'm having a hard time. Oh, there is this one guy, that I know as well, but I can't really think of many Cote d'Ivoire athletes overall. Like even if you just look at every other event, I can't really think of many. Yeah, they've been ducking each other for sure. Mm. I dropped Shakiri in an instant with no hesitation. T. She has not proven herself at all under pressure in a global final. And the one race where she ran with high stakes, she came dead last. Again, I believe she has a mental block. I believe her mental block is the US trials. I believe once she gets over that, I believe that she will now come into her own. But let's see. Because based on her speed, there's nobody in America that should be able to beat her. And this is what I thought, for a few years now. It's been surprising to me that she keeps losing. I don't know why my hat looks so tilted on my head. Like I look lean. um, Too many people were underestimating Talou. She's a great sprinter with years of experience under her belt. She's just as good as Sharika as far as the one. Yeah, as pointed it out, the personal best star, Sharika, 1071, Talou, 1072. If we are saying, based on what we've seen from Sharika, that is a possibility that she dips into 10.6. Are we going to say the same for Talou based on what we are seeing so far in that 100 meters? She looks like she's capable of doing it. So, with that said, if she can dip into 10.6 as well, how does this whole medal table now start to look? Because it's looking quite iffy. No, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking as straightforward. Hey Ferdinand. Chat boss, I agree. Talou is too under. I don't know why people are underestimating her. Remember, Talou has been using a different coach since last year, so now we're seeing the results of their program. Yeah, same thing again. LOL. It's not Talou's. Yeah, but again, you're comparing her to Albert. I'm still saying that you guys are thinking about the Talou of old. I believe her mentality is different. So let's see. Let's see how she execute. One reason I'm saying that how she executes her races tells me the typical Talon will just go hard from gun to tape and not ease off, regardless of who she's running against, right? But the Talon that I'm seeing running now is running and executing and just doing enough to win. So let's say she's against a bunch of girls that are not necessarily have below 11 seconds yet for the season. She's not going to come out and run a 10-7. She's just going to run a 10-9 maybe and win, just do enough to win. But when she's up against a Sharika, like what you saw today, then she puts the pedal to the metal and then she blasts out because she knows this is strong competition. And as you can see, she dropped a fast time. Round manage. I'm thinking she's handling herself well, smarter, much smarter this season than I've seen in the past. I don't think we should use her previous round measurements to judge her. I think she has learned, and I mean, even without the coach, changing on the coach thing, thinking back to how she cried that when I saw her and she was in tears, I'm like, there's no way she's gonna let this happen again. She's not gonna do that again. Shelly is for the goal, 10-5 or 10-4. Man, I wouldn't mind Shelly not running 10-5 at worst. She could, but she won't. Okay, let's wait and see. I don't know what these are for. I don't think Sharika is beating Talou this season. People are going off Sharika having a faster PB, which is 100th of a second. Just 100th of a second. No, I don't think people are going off who has the faster PB. I think people are just projecting and saying that they're expecting Sharika to beat her based on how she looks, form wise, or what is expected from her for the rest of the season. But now that we are seeing that certain things are looking different for Talou, it's not as clear cut, I guess. Shelly is also a question mark at this moment. I want to know what kind of shape she will be in. Last year is last year, and a lot can happen in a year when it comes to running. Yes, I agree. But as I said when I was talking about the Elaine, when I had my Elaine tidbit on what Oral Tracy said, I'm going to use the same thing for Shelly. her coach's experience. If Shelly needed the rounds, if Shelly needed the races, we would have been seeing her running. If we're not seeing her running, it means that they know they are where they're supposed to be, and they're going to come out and do exactly what they did in previous years, possibly. I don't see a coach knowing that you need to get races in and keeping you out of races. That doesn't make no sense to me at all. Talou is a one-off race, would win on any day, on any day 3 rounds. Okay. She is always the almost couldn't nearly. Boy, some of Jamaicans are in for a rude awakening. I definitely expect Shelly to go 10-5 at Worlds with the form. Mm, what is this? With the form Ta and Sharika are in Wista. She may just need to. Oh, Talou. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. It's going to be a very fast race. Very, very fast race. I agree. Member good, Elaine is an enigma. You'll never know when she'll turn up on the day. I'm hoping she turns up. I'm not gonna lie. Elaine is my girl. I'm hoping she turns up. It don't have anything to do with God and everything to do with world athletics putting in the fix. Okay. No. Oh. No, we are going off the past experience. Sharika performs and medals under pressure while Telu almost never does. That's the truth. I'm not talking about world champs in particular. Some Jamaican floggers, what? Did you think that Telu could beat Sharika? Though they thought it would be an easy runaway victory for Sharika in Oslo. Oh boy. I agree that Sharika has shown that she can manage runs better than Telu, but this year is different. Sharika will not run 10-6. I can't wait to see Shelly on the track. Me as well. Talou form and execution is that of Shelly. She will go faster. Then they are delusional. I fully expected Talou to win. Sharika will get her win. I mean, get her when she peaks, but not until then. Talou is in top form right now. She will go on hold down the top spot for Shelly. Talou looked too easy with that 10.75 seconds. She doesn't strain her face like she did in previous seasons, which is a good sign. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Um, last year's athlete is not this year's athlete. This might be unpopular for some, but if Shelly, Elaine, and Sherika show up in their best form, Richardson may PR, but she may not make top 5. If Sherry and Elaine turn up in top shape, that's 3 spots. Then we talk about Talou, that's 4. And then the only other person in that class is Shakiri, so that's 5. Who is gonna beat her out of top 5? Those are the 5 best athletes the world has to offer, as it stands right now. So if they come at their best, who is gonna beat Shakiri out of top 5? I love Elaine, but unfortunately, I don't think she can make a miracle at this time. Oh, boy, I'm sad when I think about it. Oh, Lord. Talou can run in a straight line. She's zigzagging her lane. The zigzag does still bring her to 10.75, ain't it? Jackson may have 200-meter prowess, but coach, let's be serious. She's not beating Shelley. It's important for Sherika to get some more races in the Diamond League under her belt so she can make her mistakes now and not at Worlds. Remember, it's only Sherika's 3rd year racing the 100 meters as a pro. Well, she was flung in the deep end, being from the country that she's from. You know, it is what it is. When is Shelly Ann running? I hear that she's turning up for trials. Running the 100 meters. So let's see. Um, do you have a strong feeling that you could be a good track and field coach in the future? No, because I'm one of those people that would probably train you with the draconian method. Will be standing behind you with a whip. Whip you into shape. Oh my gosh. Don't call out Elaine because she can't be trusted. She will just turn up, and the next thing you know, it's a world record. Well, let's see. That would be a good thing. If she turns up good and healthy, that's a good thing for from a Jamaican perspective. Shakira is very focused. She's definitely a medal contender. Let's not forget Julian. Okay. As lead. When it comes to Julian and those performances, I want to see her go sub 10-8 outside of Texas. Outside of those wins, let me see a solid 10-7. It doesn't matter what, 10-7-8, 10-7-9 before I put her in the conversation. As it stands right now, she's not in the conversation when it comes to the big five. If they're at their best, if they're all at their best, then Julian does not stand a chance. If Elaine, Shelley, and Sharika are healthy in that final, then not only would we sweep, but it would take a low 10-5 to win. It would be a fabulous race. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I actually want all of them to be good because you know what? I don't know how much longer Shelley has left in the sport, and I want to see that kind of thrilling death duel before she goes. When all of them are at their best to see once and for all who is the and I'm not talking about overall best sprinter the world has to offer that we've ever seen as it relates to Shelley. I'm just saying who is the best when we all line up. Um if Shelley is fit, she will win. Shelly Fargo, Sharika will fight for silver. Elaine is in the dark at this moment. Elaine needs to show up and stop the negative people talking. I believe Elaine will come good. Well, I'm hoping for the best too. I think Alfred has a shot at least getting getting into the final, sure. Getting into the final, sure. But when you start comparing, because again, there's ranks to this thing. Yeah. So we can start suddenly ranking Julian Alfred with Talou and Shakiri and Sharika and Shelly. No. Yeah, I don't think so. Um Now man Sharika always get back after poor start. Something was just off today. Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying she that's a field she can definitely come back on. Um, there's no way we make any credible world champion podium predictions for the 100 meters when the two best 100-meter athletes are holding their cards close to their chest. This is just banter for now. Track track guru monkey. You change your name from monkey to donkey. Then you're going back to track guru monkey. Our issue is the monkey donkey part. You need to get rid of that part. As much as what is it? As much as like Alfred's okay, I guess that the eye should be there. Potential. I can't see her being a big factor this year. Yeah, I don't see her getting into the mix of what's going on with these big girls. I don't see it. I could be wrong, but I don't see it. I agree. Making all these predictions when Shelly Elaine are hiding is just ridiculous. If Shelly is far better than Zurich Shelly, then the world record is possible. I mean, Shelly still doesn't. Okay, to be fair, in track and field, the distance between Elaine's 10.54 to Shelley's 10.60 is a big deal in the 100 meters. So to say, um, she will shave 11 hundredths of a second off, um, as and make it sound easy. It's not as easy. It's not as easy as you may think. If it was that easy, then that record would have been gone long time. It's not easy. That 11 hundredths of a second, delving into, not only are you skipping 10 fives, going into 10 fours, and well, let me just say 12 hundred if you want to dip below the 10 4 9. It's not easy. What are you people talking about easy? Sharika will be ready. 100. Shelly and Sharika will turn up. Will show up. Trust me. I don't have no doubt that Shelly is gonna turn up. I have no doubt that Sharika is gonna turn up. My only concern is Elaine. I'm just worried about her because I've wanted to see her come back at her best. So I can't wait to see her come back at her best. Let me see what this message me now is saying. Well, I guess this is dead. I'm gonna have to open web WhatsApp or the WhatsApp app, whatever. Um, let me see. Oh, Namdi. Okay, I get what you're saying, Namdi, but you know what? I've always had an issue when it comes to Jamaicans and running in this quote unquote positive win. It has never helped us as much as it has helped others, unfortunately. I don't know what's the deal with Jamaicans. I don't know if they're resisting the wind. I don't know. But when it comes to Jamaicans and running in these positive wins, whether they get a positive 2.0, I honestly, and I'm being honest, I don't see where it would quote unquote shove their performance to much better than what it would be if they were just running in a dead win or, negative win or whatever. It's just how Jamaicans run. I don't think I've seen them quote unquote do what we've expected sometimes with really good wins behind them. Um, there's your answer. I don't know what's happening. Due to yeah, I heard that she had a flight delay. I heard that. Um, so many. It's gonna be. I think she can make the finals. I think she can make the finals. Yeah, but Namdi, hasn't she been clocking 10 sixes regardless of whatever wind is behind her? That's my point. Not sure if this was mentioned, but I love the fact that Talou is the second oldest sprinter and she's only getting faster. Yeah, I think I pointed it out a few weeks ago that she's slightly younger than Shelley and she's doing phenomenal. So yeah, great things from Talou. Absolutely fantastic things. Um, there will be 8 lanes in the finals. Will not be surprised if one of these young guns sneak in for an upset. No, sir. I don't see a young gun sneaking in nowhere for no upset. Maybe sneaking into the finals, sure, but sneaking in for an upset, Shelly have to drop down, Sharika have to drop down, Talou have to drop down, Shakiri have to drop down to Ilian have to drop down, for somebody sneaking. Oh my gosh. Mark you, I get looking at the past or the athlete's track record to inform present opinions. However, it's important to look at each season's performance in isolation. I agree. I agree, which is why I'm saying let's not use what has happened with Talou in the past to judge the current Talou. Just watch the race. Sharika did not get a bad start at all. Watch the replay. Please watch the replay. Sharika got a bad start. Maybe I need to go watch the replay. And I mean replay in the sense that because they give you different angles on the replay. So I don't know if the race is posted online yet. I haven't checked, but check the different angle. The side on angle. They show the side on angle. You'll see exactly how bad our start was. Um Shelly's not just coming for Shakira. Shelly's coming for everybody. I keep telling people these athletes line up to win. Nobody's there to play games. They're all there to win. So she's there to take down anybody that's there to challenge her. She's here to take them down. Chuckies, please like the live. Watch Talou this year. She's going to go through the heats and the semis conservatively. Yep, I agree. Not really. Not really. Because I still believe, all right, look at Shelly last year in her semifinal. I think she had Alia Hobbs in it, and I don't remember who was the other athlete. They were breaking their necks in that race, and Shelly was cruising. So these top class athletes have a good measure of the rest of the field. The only question now becomes is if, say, for instance, they slot Shelly and Elaine in the same heat, in the same semi, or Shelly and Sharika in the same semi, or even Shakiri, it now becomes a question of who wants to win versus who will just take the second. And from a Jamaican perspective, let's say, for instance, Shelly and Shakiri line up, and Shakiri decides she wants to break her neck and win the semi. I don't necessarily see. It's raining. Give me a second. Let me ask my niece to close the window. I don't necessarily see Shelly deciding that she's going to break her neck to beat Shakiri in that particular race. What she would do is just settle for the second. Settle for the second. We've seen Sharika do it as well. Just settle for the second. You don't need to necessarily break neck to qualify for the finals if the top two are clear of the field. So the top two just need to get a good measure. Come fast now, Janini. So the top two just need to get a good measure of the field. And then that's it. Do I have anything outside? Dear God, I hope not. Yeah, the top two just need to have a good measure of the field. I don't necessarily, if they're smart, they won't play stupid games because the finals is in a few hours. Don't play no stupid games in the semifinal. Is Shelly running the 200? Not sure. Doesn't look that way based on what we've heard her say in the past. I wouldn't mind she run it because again, that's a good medal prospect for us at the World Championships. But it is what it is. If she decides to run it, she runs it. If she doesn't, we just move on with our lives and usher in the new folk. Um, I believe that Shelly Ann can break the world record. I hope somebody Jamaican can break it. When I heard that them mention that I knew she was gonna be off. Okay, I missed that part of the conference. T, you look beautiful. You don't need no hat. No, I'm not feeling well. I have a cold. So, usually girls they like to slick their edges. I have no energy to slick no edge. So I just dragged on a hat. Wait, if Shelly come to Zurich, the form, then the world record is gone. Hmm, I don't know. Hopefully. It's a lot of apples and oranges current prices being made. We just have to watch and see who is more consistent and gauge their form. If they beat Shelly at World Championships, she won't be beaten for Paris 2024, which may be a good thing. I don't know. Shelly doesn't strike me as a person that likes losing at all. So, yeah, to me, Shelly's turning up to win. Um, Muriel Ohori isn't okay. Fine. Even if you add Muriel Ohori Clyde, that's just two athletes. Will they hold a trials for two athletes? I don't think so. And I just think they're sending them. Once you make the standard, okay, pack your bags, you're heading to the World Championships. Um, okay, I think I've spent a lot of time on this one event. Shirley and Elena, it's over and over. Shirley and Elaine will bring it. Oh gosh. Okay. I'll come back. I'll come back. Let me get into some other results because all y'all are doing is going on and on and on. All right, let me get into the rest of the results because I can feel myself getting weaker as I sit here. Okay, so next result. Let me just run through these results. So that's what happened in the women's 100 meters. Next. Da-da-da-da-da. Men's 400-meter hurdles. The Viking has struck Christian Warholm. I think I'm saying that. Karsten, sorry. Karsten Warholm walking away with the win. Diamond League record, meeting record, and a world lead. 46.52 seconds for the men's 400-meter hurdles. That's his first race for the season. He is back. The world record holder is ready to do some damage in the 400-meter hurdles again this year. I think I saw somebody comment on the live stream that, Lord, it looks like what's his name from America? He's not gonna get no gold medal. It's really a sad thing, but yeah, Carson is back and doing crazy things. Already a Diamond League record, and it's only his first race. CJ Allen from America ran a personal best of 47.58 for second, and Hapio from France ran a season's best of 48.13 for third. Next race or next event. I think I had what's his name, Warholm winning this. So yeah, next event. Men's 200 meters. Aaron Knighton took the race in a meeting record and season's best time of 19.77 seconds. Mena from Cuba was second in 20.09 seconds, and Fambulea was third in 20.23 seconds. I think I had said Aaron Knighton, Ogando, Mena, and then Fambulea. So that was my 1, 2, 3, 4, and it happened Arian, Mena, Fambulea, Ogando. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad call as well. I think my top four ended in top four anyway, regardless of placing. I think the only placing I got was Arian, but placing for the others isn't bad. I wouldn't say. What else? Men's long jump. I was really hoping to see Tajay get into a 8.2s at least, 8.2 meters. But that didn't happen. He jumped a 7.87 meters for sixth place. Taking it was Hammer or A Hammer, however they pronounce it. I think it's A Hammer. From Switzerland, jumping 8.32 meters. Marcus Dendy was second, 8.26 meters, and Miltadis Tentaglu was third, jumping 8.21 meters. Okay, next event. What else? Men's 400 meters. Okay, so in this we had Wayne van Niekerk taking the race in 44.38 seconds. Mozala was second in 44.49 seconds, and Vernon Norwood was third in 44.51 seconds. Now, on the live stream, I did have Niekerk winning, and I was iffy about Mozala because I did say I wanted to see how he performs in this type of field, if he's able to perform another solid race. And to me, this was not a solid race, which solidifies his 43.91, in my opinion, as a legit performance. So going forward, I'm definitely going to keep Muzala in my eyes as it relates to how, the World Championships is going to be shaping up based on the men's 400 meters. A good run from Muzala. Of course, Van Niekerk taking it, and Norwood was third. Next thing. Women's 400-meter hurdles. I Femke Ball won in a meeting record and world lead time of 52.30 seconds. Russia Clayton was second in 53.84 seconds, which is a season's best for her. And Gianna Woodruff was third in 54.46 seconds, and Genevieve Russell was fourth in 54.91 seconds. I was just hoping when it comes to Genevieve, I was hoping for better than what I saw previously, which she hadn't dipped below for 55 seconds. So I'm glad to see her dip into 54. Let's see her get faster and faster as she races some more. That's what I want to see from her. As it relates to Russia Clayton, great race I thought from her. I pretty much expected her to place second. She did. It was a very strong run. based on how she ran out in the first 200. And I was wondering if Femke Ball was actually going to dip below 52, because Clayton was really really fast, and I thought, it looks like it's possible. It looks like it's possible, but it didn't happen. I didn't have it happening, don't get me wrong, but as the race was progressing, I thought to myself, it actually does look like it's possible. But yeah, she didn't go below 52. I think this is her third fastest time ever. So yeah, great run from Bull. Rachel Caitlin looking strong as usual, as I did say. I've been loving what I've been seeing from her this season. Our trials is shaping up to be really good when it comes to the women's 400-meter hurdles. And final event I think I'm going to talk about um, is the triple jump. So Shanika Ricketts finishes fourth, jumping 14.33 meters. Taking it was Yulimar Rojas, 14.91 meters. Perez from Cuba took second place, 14.87 meters. And Beth Romnichuk was third in 14.75 meters. Now, on the live stream, I had Rojas winning, I had Perez second, and then I said, depending on how Shanika performs, it's a toss up between third and fourth between her and Ramnachuk. So for me, this is a pretty solid call. Coach had pointed out on the stream that Shanika is much faster in her run up. And based on what he said, I came to the conclusion that it seems as though the fast run up has thrown off her hop and step and jump, yeah, into the pit, because her phases look very rushed. So the hop step phase is very rushed in my opinion. So I guess she needs to start learning how to manage her newfound speed on the run up, I suppose. I hope she can do it in time for the World Championships. This is not the Shanika Ricketts that I'm used to, obviously. Used to a pretty um yeah, I think it's a consistent 14.8s that you'd be able to get from her each meet. So seeing this version of her is definitely not something that I want to see. I'm hoping that they can get everything right though by the time World Championships comes around. Coach did point out that it seems that they're working on phases of her execution. So the first phase, I suppose, that they were working on was the speed. They have that down pat. Now let's get the hop step jump phase together so that everything can be put together into one beautiful jump, and maybe we'll see over 15 meters from Shanika Ricketts. But as it stands now, 14.33, not what we're used to, but we'll take it. Hopefully she can get better going forward. Okay, I just ran through everything. So let's take these comments. And then after I take all these comments, Trackies, I'm going to be cutting off the stream, as I said, because my throat is killing me, actually. All of me is hurting. My head is aching. Everything aches. But yeah, here I am. Did anyone notice how relaxed Talou looked in this race as well? Of course, we didn't miss that. If they beat Shelly at the World Championships 2024 at Paris, Shelly bring a world record. Okay, you're saying if they beat her at the World Championships, then in 2024 at the Olympics she will bring the world record or break the world record. Okay. A lot can happen in a year. I agree. Just look at Michael Cherry 2021 to Michael Cherry 2022. Look at Justin Gatlin 2015 to 2016. You can run a whole 10th slower after just one season, LOL, but I trust Razor Price, I guess. Why me late again? Who did I ask if they wanted to be a mod and they never answered me? I asked somebody. All right, somebody, me don't know. Me ask somebody. Adrian, do you want to be a mod? Because I keep asking and nobody answering me. Or maybe he answered me and I missed it. Talou always speak early. Stop talking about Talou of the past, people. What do you think of Sharika? Happy for her, but I wasn't expecting that. Time had her to win. Sharika, just a bad day. Bad day in the sense of maybe it had something to do with coaching, what she was doing in training. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that she got into the meet late. It was just a bad race. It happens. We just move on. Talou actually doesn't always speak early. This year is actually different. Dina Smith may come through. Yeah, brother. I don't know. What I'm seeing from Dina is not impressive at all. As a matter of fact, she's gonna have to worry about Nita because Nita has been looking much better since she has switched coaches. And is over there someplace, I think, in France with Brittany. She has been looking much better. So she needs to start worrying about Nita. Anybody can win the 100 meters this year. Yeah, it's looking very open. Talou is 34 years old. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Are you serious? That's very rude, Clyde. Shelly is the favorite for the 100 meters. 10.75 slow. NCAA women run faster. Julie, look here, Anthony Johnson. Um, you're not gonna compare this 10.75 to what Julian did at altitude in a negative in a above the allowable wind as well. Please. Let's get back to reality here. Let's not start to undermine performances willy-nilly. Remember Julia and Alfred made it to the semifinal and false start at the World Championship. She's not a rookie as people think. I have her making the finals. I just don't think she challenges the big five. And again, that depends on where Elaine factors when I say big five. For now, it's more big four-ish, in this scheme of things. Talou is proving you wrong right in front of our eyes. Shelley should also be enough proof that age is not really a factor it used to be. Exactly, because even if you say that, the Shelley of old was thought by many track fans to not be capable of dipping below 10.7. Regardless of what Shelley thought for herself, many people were of the opinion that she could not dip below 10.7. And what do we see? A woman that is reeling off 10.6s like it's nothing. Like a stale news. Um, you have two scenarios, or Elaine and Shelley are in what? You have two scenarios. Or Elaine and Shelley are in top form and don't want to show their cards, or they are in the worst shape ever and they don't want to experience the embarrassment of losing right now. Yes. There's always an heads or tails, I guess you can always be looking at it from both sides until they prove, fitness, I suppose. But again, as Jamaicans, we will tend to like to lead to the positive side of things, and the positive side of things is telling us that they're good. Maybe we're a little delusional, but that's fine as well. If we have to be delusional to support our athletes, then we will. What is this now? 1072 with a hurricane behind them. Don't forget that. And that's altitude. Don't forget that. Every time Jackson loses, there's always a reason. This time it's flight delay. Oh gosh, Julian did not run a legal 1072. You guys always try to put down other athletes and their performances to hype up other performances. Don't do that. Do not do that. I agree. Going from 10.6 to 10.49. Yeah, 10.6 and 10.49 it's a big deal. You guys are making it seem as though it's simple. It's not simple, it's a big deal. Am I saying it's impossible for Shelley? No, but I'm saying don't make it look like it's just water off her back. It isn't. A race I would pay more to see is Shantae Jackson 10.89 versus Tina Clayton. Tia? No, you mean Tina, and Tina is 10.95. 150 meter, that would be hella dope. Okay, so Tina is 10.95. I would love to see that race as well. But I would have Tina winning. Rounds, if it's a race with rounds, or is it a one-off race? I don't know. Then again, and you said 150. I'm not sure because I haven't seen Tina run many 200s. I think I only recall her doing one last year. I don't remember. Um, but that would be an interesting race. To be honest, the favorite at this moment is the one with the world lead, which is at this moment Talou, but it will certainly change in due time. Yeah, she's definitely thrown her hat in for bid for gold. I agree. Anybody think Shelly can wake up and run 10.449, doesn't know anything about track and field. I think Sharika has the edge over Shelly. It was just a bad race for Sharika. Yeah, it's just a bad race, Trackies. It's gonna happen. You're not infallible. You're not gonna win everything. Stop making it look like these athletes are machines. Things will happen and they won't race their best race. And you just keep it pushing. Shelly ran 10.65 with a negative 0.8. Okay. If you think it's as simple as just bouncing the maximum win on top of it, as Ashley, then okay. Watch out for Tina Clayton, for sure, for sure, for sure. Talou tired of getting fourth place in races. Hell yes. I'm in agreement with Emmy did. Yeah, Emmy D. Yeah, I don't know why people think it's so easy. I agree that she has been clocking 10.6 regardless of the win behind her, ahead of her. So going from, yeah, I don't know, like any win that Shelly is in, she's running 10.6s. Yeah. I'm not saying it's impossible for her to run 10.5s or 10.4s, but again, just saying, oh, let's throw a positive 2.0 on her, she'll definitely do it. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. And I strongly believe it has something to do with how Jamaican sprinters sprint. Because I did say, I don't know if it was on Coaches X or on my own platform, where I said it's weird to me because and I will just throw America out there. I'll see an American athlete get 2.0 and they get blown down to some ridiculous 10.7 time. And I'll see a Jamaican get that same 10.7 2.0 and it takes them nowhere. I agree with you with the sneak-ins. Sneak-ins to the top five? These girls are very good. It will be a thrill. Yes, it's gonna be epic. I'm hoping that they all turn up healthy. That's the best thing that we can ask for because that's how we're gonna get epic races. You don't want after a race has ended, people say, "Oh, it's because I have an injury. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that." I want everybody to turn up 100% fit at their best. Let's throw down. Let it be a dogfight. Let us see who wins. Um, she did have a slight delay out of the blocks. Someone pointed out and said that it seems as though she was not in the set position, which I did see as well when watching it. She didn't look like she was set just yet. So it is what it is. Those things happen in races. Those things happen. You can't necessarily just keep harping on it. It's a bad race. Let's move on. She didn't get a bad start. She had a good start straight up. What she stood straight up at the start. You mean she didn't drive properly? That's what you're saying? I'm gonna have to rewatch the race. But when I saw the replay, she got a bad start in my opinion. As in out of the block, she was behind quite a few people. Um, even if Elaine doesn't break the world record, Shelly could easily run. Lord of mercy. If Shelly could have easily run 10.54 last year, she would have did run it. I want to them people, yeah. You people are making light of these times. It was already thought impossible for a lot of these athletes to start running 10.6s. Remember, 10.7 was the ultimate time for an elite 100-meter sprinter. That was the best of the best. And I'm talking even knowing that Carmelita Jetta in recent years had dipped into 10.6. It was still thought of that 10.7s was the creme de la creme. Now you're talking about not only dipping from 10.7 into 10.6, but taking it a step further from 10.6 to 10.5, then 10.4. Please stop. It is not as simple as it sounds. Just saying 10.6, 10.7 to 10.6 may sound easy, but doing it is a whole different thing. Do y'all think the USA will defend their 100-meter title? I believe they can. They can for sure if Jamaica doesn't get their shit together. The reason the positive win is not helping Jamaicans is due to gravity. It is scientifically proven. Huh? So it's not helping us due to gravity, but it's helping them due to gravity? It's impossible to break the 100-meter world record by Flojo. Everyone that beat Talou at the 2016 and 2017, 2020 Olympics and 2017 and 2019 Worlds were women who had better PBs than her. It was only in 2022 when medals were decided before the what? Were decided before the gun that she got seven. Sharika's start was bad, but I could see her face that she didn't look very confident. Wasn't a good race, that's all. Really happy for Talou though. Last year and this year is really a breakout year for her good performances. Sharika start looked fine. Okay, I listen, potato. You saw good, I saw bad. If Shelly doesn't or cannot break the world record, she needs to at least retire with one world record. She definitely can get the indoor 60. Yeah, she can definitely get that indoor 60. Shelly is coming with fire. I agree. Not a lot of people running really fast in the women's 200 meters so far. Yeah, not that many, but I think the people that we're looking to see, challenge for a medal have been looking good. Gabby Thomas is coming back as well. From America, there's still Abby. That's present. So it's not looking that bad. It's not looking that bad at all. Not looking as strong as maybe we in previous years, and that's maybe if we start to consider what was going on in the NCAA's, right? But then when we don't factor that, the world class athletes, not many of them did below 22 seconds before championships last year. Now that I think about it, it was just the NCAA athletes kicking up a storm. Can Alana make the team? Possible. Sharika gave a lot of herself last year. Not so easy to replicate those times and consistency 1 year later. Shelly Ann, what is that's a Fraser spell? Fraser Price is too old to break. Look here. All right. You're gonna stop using this H card on Shelly because this H card seems to be only used on Shelly. Um, Sharika is okay in track athletes play mind game. I don't think this has anything to do with mind game. He's going to break his world record again. Who is he? Oh yeah, yeah. What's his name? Karsten. Yes, he looks really good. Even Femke Ball is on schedule to go 51. Yes, 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 yes. Looked absolutely fantastic. I was there thinking to myself that it looks like, she's going to dip below 52 in that race. Based on what I saw, it looked like she was close. So let's see what happens in their next few races. But excellent from Ball, excellent from Karsten. Yeah, right. I was trying to remember his name. Somebody said in the comment section that it looked like Ryan not gonna get no gold medal at all. But Lord, poor Ryan. The Santos is going to relinquish his gold. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't come up with anything better than what Carsten has to offer, which is him being the world record holder and looking like he's on pace to do something absolutely crazy this year, then yeah, he may have to relinquish it. And I haven't seen him this year. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen him this year. Have we seen the Santos this year? Sharika said she's had a few tough days. Yes, I did say that, Matt. I heard about that. So I did mention it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let's just not hold the race against Sharika and just keep it moving. If we expect good things from Sharika, continue to expect good things from her. Don't let this one race throw you off. Um Ryan. Okay, Ryan, is that yes for the mod? Okay, I'd like to. Okay, so let me do Ryan and and Adrian as mods on this thing. I don't even know. Yeah, I think I remember. Let me open. Because I don't even have the stream open, so let me open the stream. Um, and then I hope everybody's liking the stream. Please tell me you are liking and at least donating. I see 50 likes now that I've opened it, and I'm sure I had over 100 people before. So like the stream, like the stream. All right, when this thing starts to thing there, I'll do it. But yeah. Anyway, let me just continue while it's loading up. Um, so I'll do it, Ryan and Adrian as mods. Um, if Shelly get beaten, it would be Elaine or Sharika. She will not be beaten by anybody else. I hope so. I hope only I hope only Jamaicans will stand in front of a Jamaican. So that's my thing. I'm always gonna want the best for Jamaicans. Hopefully they can medal. And yeah. So okay, I'm doing add as a mod. Okay. Save. So Adrian, you're now a mod. I hope I was see Denisha today. I haven't seen her. But yeah. And Ryan. Ryan. Add as a mod. Okay. All right, so the reason I haven't asked Q Synergy or Be Blessed if they want to be mods is that most times they're busy, so I don't know if they'll like to do something like this. But if you want to be mods, Q Synergy, they have always supported the channel, and Be Blessed, you guys can always let me know. I wouldn't mind doing that, but yeah. All right, so mod check. I think I've done it. I think you guys are no mods, so yeah. Okay, let's go now. Remember to, you see, Ryan is already working. Ryan is already working. Okay, if Shelly get, oh, I did that already. Dina look a bit heavy that, I mean, she just opened her season. So she did that 100 and then she did that 200. And no, this is her third race. It's how she's looking is expected. But again, she has that much room, I think, in terms of getting prepared because she doesn't have to worry about that many people when it comes to the British trials. And remember, if a lot of you don't know, the British trials they only select two. So you may come one, two, three, and you're bumped up because they only select two, and then preference is given to quote unquote, let's say a star athlete, underperforms in that particular meet. They could very well choose that star athlete, and send them and not the person that finished, in that one, two, three ranking. So keep that in mind. So, and there's no way, let's say she finishes fifth, you know, just throwing things out there. Let's say she finishes fifth. You think say British people them not send her? She's going. She's going. They're sending her. Elaine says, don't count her out. I read a few quotes from her today that I saw her put on her Instagram, and I'm telling people, do not count her out. She's my girl. I know my girl will come back, and I'm praying for the best for her. So I'm happy seeing when she's because again, I don't think you're silly enough to tell people to not count you out, show people these quotes about, you getting back and stuff like that when, you're not there because that's just gonna put a bullseye in your back unnecessarily. You know what I mean? So if you're not good, you're not gonna be highlighting yourself at all. You'll probably just go hide away into some place and you don't hear a thing. Nobody doesn't say anything. But the mere fact that I'm getting these other things from her tells me that she's coming with something. I just don't know what she's coming with, but I'm just hoping for the best. When did Elaine say that? Shelly will run at trials. I'm so excited about it. I'm just here for the excuses. Rocky Hill, please, bye. Nobody is giving any excuses here. It's clearly Sharika was left in her blocks until she caught up with Dina and Daryl. I don't know why Ashley is saying Ashley is saying she had a good start. It was a bad start. It was a bad start. I'm not saying it's easy, but I definitely believe that Shirley can run 10 fives and possibly a world record. it's definitely very hard, but she's very hardworking and determined. I'm not saying that she it's not possible for her to do it. I'm just saying that you were making light of the 10. Look here, you're making light of 10 sixes, you're making light of 10 fives, and you're making light of 10 fours. That's what I mean. Just the mere fact that she's running 10 sixes is incredible. It is incredible. Make no mistake about it. 10 6 is a phenomenal. Look here, if 10-7 was already phenomenal, this is so into some different league. 10 sixes. Then when we start going into 10 fives, it's a whole different story. And 10 fours, it's a whole different story. So don't take the fact that, oh, she's running 10 sixes so consistent and make it be like, oh, it's not as great as it may seem. No, it is fantastic. Those 10 sixes are fantastic. You know what I mean? And to get to another level, obviously, it's going to take more hard work from her. Hopefully she's there. I wouldn't mind Jamaica taking the world record. But again, don't make light of 10 sixes, don't make light of 10 fives, and certainly don't make light of 10 fours. Me don't understand this with Shelly because she knows she can get the 60-meter world record and she's choosing not to run it. I've always wanted the same thing. I've wanted it for years now. Why she doesn't run it? And just one season, just go out there, run a few 60-meter races, get the world record, and go sit down. That's always been my thought process. You don't necessarily have to go to the what is it called, the indoor championship if you don't want to. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes I believe Jamaicans don't value. I think it's a value thing. It's a value system when it comes to Jamaicans. Just like how Jamaicans do not value a world record, not a world record, a relay medal. So how they put the emphasis on running individually in the sense that I want to perform well in my individual race. You see it from the sprinters. They talk about, oh, I'm focusing on my individual race. When we get to the relay, we get to that, we'll figure something out. You see it from the 4x4 athletes. Some of them, in my opinion, you know full well you stand no chance of medaling in this event. Yet, for some strange reason, there's no effort placed on or they don't put a lot onto that 4x4 medal, while the rest of the world, excluding Jamaica, a half pound 4x4 medal, I'll pray for their country just get one medal, or 4x1 medal, praying for their country to get one medal. So it's the same thing when it comes to the indoors. Jamaicans, in my opinion, they probably don't value it, and because they don't value it, they don't see the importance of quote unquote going out to get this world record. But I can tell you, any surely they go out and go get that 60-meter world record there, her CV would be even more impressive. Right? But again, I just think it's a value system. Jamaicans probably just don't value it. They don't see the big deal. If I get a 60-meter world record, it's not the 100 meters. Let's keep it pushing. But the rest of the world for sure values it. For sure. Maybe we need to change our mindset. As a matter of fact, not maybe. We need to change our mindset. Um, Dos Santos is out with an injury this season. Oh, see? Dos Santos is out. Didn't even know that. So no Dos Santos this year. No Dos Santos this season. So yeah, I mean, there are not many people standing in Carson's way. What of Gabby Thomas? She's looking like she could. Yes, she's looking good. The 200 people are rounding down. They're rounding down. As I said, I think sometimes we're looking at what's happening in the NCAA system. But remember, a lot of these athletes don't quote unquote run sub 22 until we get to their trials and maybe the world championships. So they're where I think they need to be. Even Abby Steiner could possibly contend for a medal. I mean, the only solid bets right now is Sharika. So then don't they take out Mboma out of the event. So only solid bet right now for a medal is Sharika. I mean, there's Julian Alfred. There's still Julian Alfred. Does she stand a better chance in the 200 than she said? Yes, she stands a better chance. I think Julian stands a better chance in the 200 than she does in the 100. But still, I want to see these performances. Minus the USA fast tracks. I have a problem with every USA track. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Minus the USA fast tracks, minus the wind, minus the altitude. Let me see what she's gonna put down in a 200 meters. But I think her better shot at a medal is probably that 200 meters than the 100 meters. That's Julian. Um, No, he's out with injury. He did a surgery. Yeah, I'm getting that now. So I didn't know. I'm sorry. Who do you think is our women's top three? Well, Shelly's apparently not gonna be in the event. So if she's not gonna be there, then Sherika's a bye. I don't really foresee her doing it. She may do it, but she may not. So that leaves Elaine, what's her name? Kevona, and maybe Natalia. I'll have to think about it deeper. Um, what's her name is also there too. Why do I always forget her name? Formerly of Heidel. I always forget her name. But yeah, she's up there as well. But I'm gonna think about it. Elaine is your girl too. Yeah, Elaine, I say. Make mistakes no. Sharika will get it right when it's right. Yeah, it is what it is. It's just a race. You're not gonna win everything. It was announced. Well, I didn't see that announcement, sir. But thank you for the information. Suffered. Oh, I didn't know. And that's from February. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I had no idea. What is this? A meniscus injury? I don't even know where that is. Where is that on the body? Shelly will line up, get her bullet start, and no one will catch her. She's good at doing this for many years. She didn't become a great for no reason. Yep. Shelly will do Shelly. I'm hoping that Shelly can get to sub 100 sub 11s. What's she at now? Speaking of that, she has almost as many sub 10s as all the other women combined. Yeah, that's crazy. Shelly Fraser is 37 years old. She's the only person um, older than 30 to win a world championships 100-meter gold medal. Oh, I've never thought about that. Yeah, Ashanti Moore. I keep forgetting her. Ashanti Moore is up there too, but yeah, let's see. Alfred's coach Flo said that she will only be competing in the 100 at Worlds. Is that smart? Okay, let me look at it like how I look at Britton Wilson, right? Britton Wilson is fabulous in the 400 meters and the 400-meter hurdles. At this particular point, in my opinion, I would think you'll be doing okay. Let's see which one you're likely to medal in on the global stage, or you stand a better shot at medaling in. And then I'm like, okay, let's look at the field, blah blah blah. So it's the same thing for Julianne. When I look at the 100-meter field, is that the best race? I honestly don't think so. I think she probably, because the 100 meters is much deeper right now. It's much deeper. When you start to throw in every athlete from around the rest of the world, it's much deeper than the 200. The 200 is just a handful of girls right now. Just a handful that look good. For the 100, it's many, many, many. Wait, how is Tina doing? I'm thinking Tina is gonna come with something special. I've been saying it for months, so and I haven't changed that talk. Even with the talks of her injury, I still believe that there's something special coming. So I'm waiting to see. Thanks, Ryan. Ashanti. Um, best of cartilage. Oh, in your knee. Well, I didn't know that, so thanks for letting me know. I think Jamaica's track is faster than the US track, faster and newer. I've heard that. I have heard that Rocky Hill. But you know what? Conditions are still different. Conditions are different in the sense that um the altitude and the wind is a major factor in the United States, a major, major, major factor. I do believe that the Jamaican track is also fast, but when you have three things going fast to push performances, it kind of throws me off, and that's for me personally, which is why I'm saying I don't like it. Um, so it is what it is. I'd rather just either a fast track and no crazy wind, or just crazy wind and not a super fast track. Just let me see what's happening, base with nothing. I don't want to see all of these extra stuff added, because it throws me off, because then sometimes you're not able to replicate if you don't get those conditions. Let's say you go to some cold place into wherever, then you start running 11 threes and everybody's wondering then what happened to that 10-7 that we saw. Shelly is not 37. She's 36, going 37. Um, thank you. Track Guru Monkey. Oh, I'm just gonna say Track Guru. I hate that last part. Jetta won over 30. Jetta was over 30 in 2011. Wow. I saw Brenna Williams race last Saturday and I was impressed by her. She ran 11.2 seconds despite not getting a good start, and she was closing down on Smith, who ran 11.3. Yes, she looked much better than what I've been seeing from her, so I'm glad. Rocky Hill is a Jamaican hater. Don't listen to him. Trust me, I know Rocky Hill. I know Rocky Hill. Glad Sharika lose. No, it will be motive. I don't. Okay, even though she lost, I would appreciate it better if to call it a loss if she was a close second behind her. You know what I mean? But seeing so many different, so this horrible execution in my mind, I don't even know where I count it. I don't even count it as a race, as I'm concerned. It's not even a race to me. It is what it is. Um, it's usually not windy in Oregon, where the US runs their biggest races. No, but Oregon is fast as hell. Her finish is improving. She was closing down really fast, especially on Natasha. Yes, I watched the race. I liked what I was seeing. What altitude are you talking about in the US? Didn't we just see the most recent NCAA's happen at altitude, Rocky Hill? Am I making that up? Is it wasn't the Texas meet, the NCAA's meet held in Texas at altitude? Did I make that up? Anyway, okay, Chakis, that is it. I can feel my throat going. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but my throat is going gone, gone, gone. So with that said, um, yeah. Why is it that I don't see you guys looking like? Okay, I see it now. Okay, I see it now. Adrian and Ryan. Okay, I see it. All right, good. So I did what I was supposed to do. I talked about track. Now I'm gonna go crawl, lay down in my bed and wrap myself up because I'm not feeling well. Um, Tina will be a factor, trust me, and Kerika, and the rest will be a diamond to watch. These Americans just want to see we fail, but it now go happen. Tell the truth, T, not even a race. As it relates to this Sharika thing, I've written it off out of my brain already. That's facts. It is what it is. It happened. I've moved on. I don't hold it against Sharika for future performances at all. I know for sure that our young guns are coming as well, and I'm excited for that. So I can't wait to see what's going on. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So I have no idea why people think every 30 plus female is suddenly going to begin winning races. I don't think it has anything to do with age per se. I just think that coaching techniques have gotten better um, over the years. And what we're seeing now is that even though these athletes are older, they're getting better training, and as a result, better performances are coming out. So let's say, with these lately coaching strategies, if they were getting this from way back when they started, maybe they would have even been much better from back then. But again, coaching in general is just getting better and better, which is why you're seeing better performances, not just in the 100 meters, but across the board. You're seeing better performances. Look at Sydney in the 400-meter hurdles, ball as well. I mean, the coaching is getting much better, and as a result, you're seeing better performances, right? So don't just put it down on age. If an older athlete, and I'd say older lightly because I don't like this old term, is performing better, it's just better coaching. It's just better coaching. And honestly, Talou needed that better coaching long time now. Um, do you think Brian can run 10 sevens? Not this season. Jupiter Saturn, as if everyone on the stream isn't a US hater. Please, you think we eat, sleep, and breathe USA like how we eat, breathe, and sleep Jamaica? We think about ourselves all day, every day. Yes, I hope I will feel better. I did take something, but it looks like it's not helping at all. It's not doing a thing. I don't know what's going on with these weak medication nowadays. Um, I've graduated practice today, and let's say my throat is sore due to the signing. Who? You, Adrian? The NCAA Indoor Championships was held at altitude, not the other. Look here, the Texas place. Where is the Texas place? Austin isn't that altitude? So why do I keep hearing people refer to it at altitude, being at altitude? Look here, I've been saying this at altitude for weeks now, and nobody has corrected me. Absolutely nobody. I'm gonna have to double check that because I know I've been hearing it that it's at altitude. I'm not making that up. Yeah, you just made that up because Austin isn't at altitude. Oh my gosh, yes, I will. All right, Trackies, that's it. Excited to see the upcoming races for sure. I have a lot of bangers coming. Lot of plans that I have for the channel as well, so just look out for that. Yeah, right now I feel like I'm starting to break out into a fever actually. So I'm gonna go now. Thanks for joining. I appreciate all the people that came. So many people came today. I hope you liked up the stream. Let me see how much likes before I go. Count on the one I'm supposed to do, you know. On the one I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to like and I'm not liking. 61. Okay, fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Bye, guys. I'll see you next time. Yeah, I'm getting that it's not at altitude. I'm saying this is the first time I'm hearing it. Honestly, I kept hearing that it was at altitude, which is why I kept referring to it being at altitude. I even when did the Akira versus Aliyah versus Masai, I kept talking about the whole altitude thing, and nobody said anything because I kept talking about I'm expecting super fast times. Nobody said anything. Okay, fine. I stand corrected. I have graduation practice today, and okay, I get you. I get you. I'm understood. All right, Chucky. So bye. Thanks for coming. See you next time.